Very nice.
All right, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to 1MC Westminster. I trust everyone is doing well on this great Wednesday morning. The sun is shining. We finally got rid of that overcast for a little while, so it's a good day. And if you're here, there is 1MC swag, nice journals. I'm just going to grab Eric's. Ooh.
So now that you're on Facebook.
Yeah, if you're on Facebook and can make it here in the next hour, please come and join us. Special thanks to our coffee sponsor, American Ice Cafe, providing us with the Go-Go juice. I'm going to steal Tina's line. And Dean Bird Baking Company for the goodies. And Elderberry Cabin for providing some fancy elderberry syrup for us this morning also. I know we're all really excited to hear from the Elderberry Cabin to hear their presentation and taste some samples. Before we do that, I'm going to just let you know what we're all about here at 1MC Westminster. So the mission of 1MC Westminster is to lower the barrier for access to resources, education, and connections for entrepreneurs. Without our core pillars, and of course everyone here, our great community, we cannot accomplish this. So we're looking for presentations, not pitches. We're really about connection, not networking, and we're for the community, by the community. We really want to get to know you, your business, and the challenges that you face so that we can connect you to all the great resources we have here in our community. Nobody has ownership of 1MC Westminster. Nobody is paid to do 1MC Westminster, and we are radically and intentionally inclusive. We really want to get to know everybody in our community from every background, every business, because we really think that we have great resources here. We meet every week, Wednesdays at 9 a.m. If you miss us, we are on YouTube. You can find the recordings there. Please go like and subscribe. We have 2 presenters whenever possible. We ask that organizations be less than 5 years and willing to ask for help, because we always end with the question, what can we as a community do to help you? And here's our organizing team: Graham Dodge, Chris Abel, Vicki Slinkman, John Wheatman, Tina Thomas, myself, Julia Smith, and Gabby Rose. And with that, I will pass it over to Tracy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Tracy Young, and I am the owner of the Elderberry Cabin, located in Kemar, Maryland. Does anybody know where that is? Yay! I'm on the map! I am currently the first and the only business in Carroll County that has met all of the requirements to be able to make and sell elderberry syrup. So I'm pretty proud of that, because that has been an enormous journey for me. And everybody's been great along the way, so it's been a really nice ride. I started the business in 2018. And I started it because at that time I was going through breast cancer treatments. And chemo, if anybody knows, basically destroys you, your brain, your immune system. So one of the things that my family had been doing for over a decade is I've been taking elderberry syrup, because one of the medicinal properties is it is good for your immune system. So in this life-changing event of mine, I always tell people that breast cancer saved my life, so kind of sucked going through it, but I'm definitely glad that I took the opportunity to kind of like turn it around. I decided that I need to start making better decisions, I need to start doing things differently, so baby steps. So one of those baby steps that I took was I wanted to start making this product rather than buying it off the shelf. I know what the ingredients are, I'm passionate about it, so I started making it. And I was talking to my mom, and I was like, hey, this is what I want to do. Like, I want to make this. I want to be able to give this to the community. I want to be able to share my process, share my product, how well it is. And she's like, okay. So she helped me out a little bit. That's what moms do. And I gave it a go. So I thought I was following all the rules that I was supposed to be doing. well, the health department has quickly become my new friend. And I'm grateful for that. They've been amazing. They really have. So I had to put my product back. I had to do a lot of different things to get it up to code. And I'm celebrating my first year in business this month in January. So pretty excited. So this past year I've sold probably 3,000 jars, which I think is pretty significant. I'm in 10 different locations all around Carroll County. I participate in a lot of the local farmers markets, which I think are amazing. I love being a part of that community, being able to help each other out. I love doing collaborations with other businesses in the community. Thank you for being here. All of you. And so I'm just looking forward to continuing this journey, being able to provide this product to the community, making those connections. I really want those relationships. It's not just about making a sale for me. Every day I go out of my office and I meet someone, and it's legitimately this heartfelt connection. And I love that about our community. So that's what I'm starting to do.
You want to go to questions?
Yeah, let's go to the question.
All right, so if you're on Facebook and you're watching, you can put your questions in the comments, and Gabby here will read them out loud. Does anyone want to kick us off with any questions?
Yes.
Yes, Chris.
Other than just the syrup, what other products can you make with elderberry, and are you looking to expand to other berries and fruits and whatever that are similarly good for you?
Yeah, for sure. So currently, I like to use my product for two particular reasons. So a lot of people understand that the medicinal purposes, as far as it's good for your immune system. It's got a lot of antioxidants, anti-inflammatories. But from a culinary perspective, kind of where I'm coming from, my elderberry syrup can be used with so many other different things. For example, I just made shortbread cookies the other day. I've talked to a distillery here in Westminster about using it in one of their cocktails. I have a lot of gentlemen that drink it with gin, bourbon, margaritas. Uncle Matty's is using it over at his bar. I've talked to another local restaurant here about some ideas as far as making like a salad dressing. I have people making chicken glazes, and I have one gentleman who only puts it on his vanilla ice cream. So I love the fact that this is one of those functional nutritional things where it's so good for you, it's so diverse, and it can be used in so many different things. The other products that I can do with it, I'll probably do another edition of the elderberry syrup. Not sure that, we'll see if I get into like baking more with it. I'm not sure about that just yet. But the other products that I do offer with my company is I have a beeswax candle, which is a clean burn. So I like those better options for people. I have a exclusive soap that was made for my company that includes some of the ingredients that I used on my person, when I was going through radiation treatment. Not necessarily that you have to be going through that process in order to use the soap, but because those ingredients are so important to me, because they're so good for your skin, I wanted to be able to offer that. And one of those things is the elderberry tea, which is handpicked off of the farm of the maker, which is Goose Ridge. So that's very special to me that I've been able to do that collaboration with that company to have this product that does have the elderberry in it, that has the additional ingredients in it that are good for you, and that also means so much to me. I'm looking at being able to provide the dried elderberry as well as the freeze-dried elderberry, which is actually my favorite form of the elderberry. And talking to other people about bringing their products on with my company. Ideally, I'd have a location where I have a kitchen in the back, my retail store in the front, and not all my products. I want to be able to work with people in the community, bring their products in, and then be able to provide that to them as well.
Kim, did you have a question?
Yeah, so you mentioned you have your place in Humar.
Yes.
And it's available in other locations as well?
Yes.
So did you need some of those in Carroll County?
For sure. So Han's Pork and Beans was
So
actually.
I wanted to just make sure you were there.
Yes. Oh wait, is that what I see on your shirt there?
No.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they were actually the first location that was willing to take a chance with me and put the product on their shelf. It's done amazing there.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
Over at Hoffman's Ice Cream, Kelly and Company down on Main Street, Botana Girl over in Sykesville,
Blue Truck in Tawnytown.
Blue Truck in Tawnytown. That's right. You're on my list to follow up with next year. I've talked to your wife.
You say you're there.
Oh, hi. Nice to see you again. So I am looking to expand. So I have started talking to people in the Frederick County area. I met with my first co-op grocery store, Common Markets, about 2 weeks ago. So I'm really hoping that they're able to pick me up. They have 2 different locations. And it was really cool because similar to our county, Frederick County is also very much the same, where I was like, I need help. I'd love to expand over into Frederick County. Give me some ideas. I have like 2 pages now of places that they're like, you should go here and you should go there. So I'm really looking forward to be able to have those conversations. My product is certified lab tested, which is one of the requirements. So I'm having it tested again right now to prove its shelf life stability not being refrigerated, which is going to be a game changer for me. That will be done in May, June of this year. What that's going to allow me to do is be able to put my product in different locations and also to ship it, which I can't do right now. I can, but I choose not to because it has to be refrigerated. So shipping's already astronomical, right? So if I have to ship a product overnight because it needs to stay cold, nobody's going to want to buy it. So I'm really looking forward to about mid-year kind of just really escalating production. Yes.
Is part of the requirement for the lab testing that you prep in a commercial and inspected kitchen?
Yes, 100%. Thank you. I do rent a commercial kitchen out of Tawnytown currently. They've been amazing to work with. The space is awesome, but I'm already to the point where I need something bigger. So that's kind of one of my struggles right now is finding a location that is affordable to me, being so, in the startup phase of my business. And of course, I'm a big dreamer. Where I'm like, I want this $2 million property and I'm going to do this with it, that with it. So I'm kind of just scaling back, but I am having those discussions with the zoning, the permitting department, some commercial realtors, really kind of figuring out what is actually available and attainable for me in what I'm hoping to do. I haven't done any of the slides. Yes.
In that particular town, or are you looking at other areas?
I am, whoops, sorry. So these are some of the other products that I have, sorry. I'd like to stay in Carroll County. This is my home. These are my roots. Tawnytown is amazing. I'm not really sure where I want to set up shop like permanently yet. At this point, I'm still learning what's available. So, yeah.
Terry?
Sure. Have you started using like YouTube channels, or do you have a YouTube channel for what you do and all that? Or?
I do not.
Okay.
No, currently I have my website, I have Facebook, and I have Instagram. So that's definitely one of the other things that I'm trying to do right now in January, where it's kind of a slower phase for me as far as like participating in events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Kind of using the beginning part of this year as my goal phase, where I'm trying to accomplish a lot of that back end office stuff. So it's only me, right? So I love what I do. Like I wake up and I'm ready to go. Like I'll work Sunday till 10 o'clock at night. I just don't care because I have so many ideas and I want to get them done. So but one of the things that I'm kind of struggling with, but I have a path hopefully to, solve it, is the whole marketing process. I know that I need to have a better presence, and I'm meeting with some marketing companies to kind of figure out what those look like. But YouTube, not yet.
I see Mike McMullen from the Carroll Chamber of Commerce is here today, and I would be remiss not to mention that my observation from your talk is that you've been networking really, really well throughout Carroll County, and a lot of those companies were people that went through the Carroll Biz Challenge with you. Was that part of the reason? Is that coincidence, or was that instrumental in helping you kind of discover other people to work with?
So I applied for the Biz Challenge last year, which was an amazing process. Absolutely love that we do that here. I mean, it's just an amazing opportunity. And yeah, I definitely made a lot of connections just by attending that. So even though I didn't get into the top 5, I still made some amazing connections that have really pushed me forward in their knowledge. And that's, I just love having those conversations because I don't know everything. Like I want to know what I don't know yet so that I can move a little bit faster and not try to figure it out all by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yes.
I'm
yes.
pretty happy that that's what your answer was. Oh boy, what did you gonna say?
No, I learned a lot. And so we were just talking about it this morning. Am I going to apply this year? Probably not, because I need to kind of step back and maybe prove the sustainability of what I'm going to be doing so that I feel like I'll be a better candidate maybe next year.
I had a question for you.
Sure.
I don't remember from when you applied or not, but I do remember that you applied, but this specific issue, do you have a presence online? Are you selling things online?
So I have
Looks
a presence. I have a presence online, but it's difficult with the shipping. Right? So one of the things that I'm doing right now is I'm personally delivering in Carroll County and Frederick County. And I love that, right? So because again, it's I'm going to these people's houses and I met this lady who's building her own mini farm and she's telling me her story about everything. So I'm literally meeting people, plus I'm driving around Carroll County and I'm like, God, it's gorgeous here, right? But that takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of gas and my car's a gas hog.
So if you were to sell outside of Carolina, I'm always preaching stay away from Amazon, shop local, but you're local, so I'd say get out in the big pond. Something like this to me seems like, people would pay, and they might pay even more because it's such a cool thing. If you cast the net even wider,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so once my product's done testing this year, I will be able to open those floodgates.
Okay.
Because I do want to expand. Again, I'm focusing on the tiering out process. I'm starting here in Carroll County and then I want to expand out further. But I also have a friend who also makes his own supplement, which mine's not classified as a supplement. It is a food product. But he's interested in it. He goes up and down to the East Coast. So if I could put my stuff on his truck and he can go, boom, I'm already I need a bigger kitchen already.
Yeah.
So great problem to have, right?
Very good.
Yeah.
Have you done anything with a presentation at the Carroll Hospital?
Good question. So no, I have not.
I
But
have somebody for you there.
perfect. Awesome. Who is it?
I have to go back in my notes because I don't think she did the faces of question.
Okay.
Remember you and I spoke about doing faces of Westminster?
Oh!
Oh!
I've had that
I
tab.
saw you were going to be here, so I'm here.
Thank you for the gentle reminder. I have had your tab open for 6 weeks now.
So I have somebody else. I have to look through my notes, and she does a lot of support groups with breast cancer.
Oh, okay. Trish?
Can't remember. It's right here at the tip of my tongue.
Okay. Hopefully, once you remember it, I'll know them because I used to.
We'll connect.
We'll connect. Yes, love it. So I worked at the hospital for over a decade. And in addition to that, I also volunteer at the Breast Cancer Center as a breast cancer mentor. So I more than likely know.
Yes, you know who
possibly.
that person is. Then.
Yes. And then I also do Thursdays at the Carroll Hospital Center's Farmers Market.
So have you kind of combined your mentorship with this at all?
I feel like I do it naturally, but not with them on that level. I do sit on the Pink Fling Committee, which is the fundraising event that they do annually to raise money for the Breast Cancer Center. And then I also do Berries for Boobies, which is my fundraising t-shirt. It's cute.
So, and when it comes to marketing, obviously being a first year and knowing that there's a market out there because during the shutdown, Elderberry was nowhere to be found.
Yes.
So that helped boost the visual perspective from other people of, oh, what's Elderberry? How can that help me?
Mm-hmm.
And so I know that probably helped you. But from a marketing perspective, have you honed in on one main offer to the market, and you're going to drive that as the main way to reach your target audience? It sounds like you have a lot of other opportunities, but hoping that you have a plan on that, because we're in our fourth year, rolling into our fourth year, so I can see where you are, and it sounds like the sky's the limit to you.
Right.
There's tons of potential everywhere.
For sure.
What's your plan?
I'm not sure. So that's why I'm trying to, like right now, like I have a meeting on Thursday to start kind of figuring out what that marketing plan looks like. I think I'm in a good position where I feel like I'm setting myself up to get these answers together so that, you know, as I'm ready to start hopefully booming in like this summer, this fall, like I have all of this in place. This back end stuff takes a while to like figure out and build and get ready for. So to answer your question, I don't have a definitive answer yet. I'd love to hear your suggestions.
Not so much a question, but just our observation. We got to know you. We've been to next to so many amazing people, and you definitely make the list at the city park. And your passion, like, yes, great job. And you were talking about you identifying new store locations, and I have just started cold calling people, and go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, your energy is going to sell this product. Just go for it.
Yeah, I love it. I'm getting ready to walk in and be like, hey, you know, I love your stuff. Let's do something together, right? It's just I need that time. Like I feel like time management's kind of a weak point for me because I have so many ideas, you know, and I mean, just getting out and to go do stuff life happens and you're just like, crap, now it's been like 6 weeks later. So yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, and yeah, I can identify with the delivering all over. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
We don't need the refrigeration now.
Yeah, yeah.
We have two questions on
Yeah,
Facebook
for sure.
that Gabby can read.
Yeah, so the first one is from Tamar Osterman with the Maryland Department of Commerce. Are you growing the elderberries yourself? If so, it may be good to look into a value-added producer grant.
She's been very helpful for me.
Oh, good.
Very helpful. The answer is no. I do not grow my own elderberry. I don't for a couple of reasons. I don't have enough land. I don't have enough of me. And I have spent probably 2 years researching the vendor that I get my elderberry from. I thoroughly trust them. They have over 30 years of experience. So I've kind of learned already that if I have an expert in an area that I need, I'm kind of going to go to them. I don't necessarily need to recreate every wheel. But yes, there are certain areas I need to look at. I presented with the Carroll County Agribusiness Group, and they're telling me what I'm doing is part of the agricultural side of things. So that's definitely something that I want to explore because, you know, one of the struggles that I have being a new business is funding, right? So I don't know if there are potential additional opportunities. There's a local farm producer relationships that I could build to be able to help me in areas to grow.
And what was the second question?
It's actually 3 questions in one. So this one's from Steve Love from 127 Creative. So the first question is, can you tell us what elderberry syrup is and what it's good for? Also, how much do you sell it for and what does it cost to produce? And is this a full-time for you or a side hustle?
Okay. So, what is it? So elderberry syrup. I make my elderberry syrup with elderberry, honey, cinnamon, ginger, and cloves. I am switching to organic elderberry and local raw honey. That is in the product that I'm having tested right now. So I'm pretty excited that I'll already be able to level up my product, which is some of the things that some people that have gotten feedback, we'd love to see organic, we'd love to see the local raw honey. The local raw honey is something that I already sell, so it's nice that I'll be able to use that in my product. It is good it has a lot of antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, and it's good for your immune system. It's been around since the medieval times. And then just a fun fact, I found out later after I started making it, my great-great-grandmother used to make elderberry wine with it. So that's kind of cool. What I sell it for, right now I have 2 sizes. My 16 ounce is $18. My 32 ounce is $28. And I've switched a couple vendors right now, so I don't have the exact price point on the wholesale. I'm just kind of transitioning some things, but I could definitely discuss that in about a week.
I think we have time for one more question. You
Okay.
have a couple more photos too, I think.
I have one more.
There you go.
Yes.
What's your current capacity to produce? And I know you're looking for another kitchen, but so today, if you got an order that was X amount, would it overwhelm you? Where's your capacity at right now?
So currently, I am in the kitchen about 1 day a week, and that is a solid nonstop. I have critical points that can't be interrupted. 5 hours, easy. In those 5 hours, I can average about making 100 jars. My goal, I'm cooking 5 days a week. So, am I usually overwhelmed? I haven't gotten that large enough order to be overwhelmed just yet. But challenge me.
And our very last question. Sorry.
One at the back.
Yeah.
So where do you, as the business owner and as the creator of this, where do you want to be? Where's your passion? Is it being in the kitchen? Is it outselling? Is it doing the marketing? Where do you see yourself in your whole process, and where do you see other people helping you?
Sure. I have this problem where I really want to do it all. I love being in the kitchen, but I also know that that's not 100% realistic if I'm going to continue to be in the front of the store and be able to have those interactions with the customers and the businesses. Where I see myself is having my own location where I do have the commercial kitchen with a retail space in the same place. That just makes the most sense time-wise for me. If I have somebody in the kitchen helping me out cooking, I can run back and forth very easily. I, bless you, already have people, who are like, I'm ready to work for you. And I'm like, yeah, I want that. So I have people who I've already started talking to, that they could be in the front while I'm in the back and kind of bouncing off of each other.
And we always end with the question, what can we as a community do to help people?
Okay. So what you can do to help me is I need help in marketing, just kind of really figuring out a better plan, more concrete right now so that I can get that set up to go. Money, right? So I'd really like some, but that's why we're all here, right? It'd be great to have a little bit there because right now I'm getting ready to add some additional products on, but I need bags and I need labels and I need boxes and I need bubble wrap. And it's kind of trying to pull this new customer here so that I can make a sale to get this. And so I don't know if there's anything available to me. I think those are my 2 biggest concerns that I need kind of help with.
Would you take on other investors who would share ownership with you?
I'm willing to have those conversations. Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, let's give Tracy a round of applause. Thank you, Tracy. All right, so why don't you take a minute and grab some more coffee and some Genie Berry, and we'll reset for community update. So if you have a community update, please come up and let me know or raise your hand, and I'll pull up a tab and get it ready for you. we can kind of just start doing that as soon as you guys are all ready. So if you want to get more coffee.
And I did bring elderberry syrup.
Oh, yes, we have
I brought
samples.
some
Tracy has
samples.
Yay.
Yeah, so you guys can try it.
That's right. You trying to get out of it?
Oh, yeah. I put it in my fridge. Oh my gosh, well, I have to try it. I have to try it right now. Oh, yeah, that's like.
Oh, I think I maybe got that.
You probably did, but yeah, if I can perform, it would just like
Oh, yeah.
where the presentation is. No, that was just it's fun, it's coffee water, right? And then I forget to ask you. Look at these. Oh.
Yeah, yeah. We put your website. All right. Diana from Connectando Us is going to do a quick update because she has to leave in 4 minutes. So why don't we all just settle and listen to Diana?
Thank you. So, sorry, I'm very limited on time. I started school again. So I'm running from classes to work to my other 3-4 jobs. So we're Conectando Us. We are a local nonprofit serving the Hispanic community, connecting them to local resources and offering direct services. So exciting update, we are at about 60 participants in our My Familia program, which is about 20 family units, which what we do with those families is we work on planning on what their needs are. So whether it be access to food access or connecting with housing stability and different things like that, different basic necessities. But what I really wanted to talk about today was my kids in the Not Just Sueños program, where we work on homework help and social emotional learning. They have a really cool project. I'm hoping to get them to speak here sometime soon, but they're working on something called the Bravo Box. And it's kind of like a little free pantry, but it has a lot of different items. So it has like babies, whether it be like bottles or pacifiers, and then like stuffed animals and seasonal weather clothing and things like that. And then they also have a really big focus on hygiene products, so including the non-perishable foods and all these other items. But this is completely their passion project. An 11-year-old came up with this idea. Her 13-year-old sister is the one who is working together. And then we have a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 17-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 15-year-old who are also working on this project. So it is very youth-led. And they're looking for community partnerships. And as a whole organization, that is what I'm doing to support them, connecting them to the community and seeing what we can do for them. So, great.
Any questions for Diana? Yeah,
Diana, where do they envision that the box is going to be physically located?
They want it at a local park in Westminster. They're not sure which one yet, but they're also going to set up a meeting with Mayor Becker to talk about that.
That's awesome. And what's the best way to connect with you to support?
You can find my email somewhere here. Yeah, my email is on our website. So if you guys email me, that would be probably the best way to connect with us. And this is our group of kids. So Delilah right here, she's 11 and she's the one who came up with this idea. And Marissa is her 13-year-old sister who is working on doing this whole thing.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you, Diana. Excellent work. Yeah, I got to hear the pitch of the Bravo Box directly from these girls at Good Game on Main last week, and it's pretty impressive. They even have like sketches and like little, sort of design, what do you call it, vision board kind of a thing of what this is all going to look like. It's kind of like a cross between a lending library and when people put tables out front of their business with like canned soup, non-perishable stuff, but it will include perishable stuff. They will be quick to let you know when they pitch here. Hopefully we'll have them here at 1 Million Cups. How fun would that be? All right, any other community updates from anybody else here? Rick Leinbach, you want to come on up? Startup portal?
The Slack I sent you yesterday? The Slack.
Oh, yes.
You can just pull that up real quick. It should be Julius up here, so it's his idea.
Yeah, come on, Julius.
Come over here. All right, so today, 4 to 6 p.m., and Julius came up with this idea and we ran with it. But today, 4 to 6 p.m., we're having sort of professional office hours. And we'll rotate monthly, so it'll be a monthly thing. But we got Julius, and Julius, you can just say what you're doing.
So as I mentioned last week, Dirigible Systems has started as a fractional CTO, so we offer that service now to new startups, entrepreneurs who need to get their app off the ground, just need some advice even. And we started office hours, and we'll be partnering with you now tonight. So, anybody come give me your ideas. I'll offer whatever help I can.
Yay.
We'll answer Steve Lowe's questions. It's free of charge.
Yeah.
Right here at Startup Portal, which is on 140. Myself, I'm talking about funding solutions. So Tracy, my mind's turning with different aspects of what you're doing, and it doesn't necessarily need to be investors. So there are all alternatives out there that even for a small amount of money. So we'll be talking funding. John Wheatman will be here to talk legal questions. So if you have legal questions, come on by. And by the way, we had a chamber event last week, and I have a lot of beer left. So I'm going to go home, and I'm bringing it back to recycle. So.
And if you're doing dry January, that's over.
Oh, dry January's over.
Yes.
Yes. I survived. And then Riley, who will be here, Riley's right here. She will be here talking social media. Her specialty are like social media reels, which I still don't understand. But come by, and maybe Riley will do a reel for you. So 4 to 6 today. And then I'm doing a YouTube thing tonight on startup portal, crowdfunding, looking at examples, etc., which will be available later on YouTube as well. So that's it.
Yeah.
So do we need an appointment between 4 and 6, or just come between 4 and 6?
It's open hours,
Walk
so
in.
just come in and throw your questions out. So.
Cool beans. Thank you.
Awesome stuff. Thanks.
Thanks, guys. All right. And Mike McMullen, you've got an update for us from the chamber. So why don't you come on up? Let me screen back.
Thank you. Hey everybody, my name's Mike. We've been talking a lot about entrepreneurs here, obviously. So I wanted to let you know, don't forget this coming Tuesday, the 7th, is the Carol Biz Challenge kickoff for year number 12. So it's a pretty cool event. I think probably everybody here might be aware of it. If you're not, it's a great event. We take applications from folks who have a new business in Carroll, maybe over the past year, or maybe they haven't even opened it up yet. The application process will start Tuesday. So we're going to meet at Carroll Community College. I think it's in room K100 from 6 to 8. There'll be some drinks, some food, and we're going to talk a little bit about what to expect from the process. Steve Lowe and I always do a fun thing. We kind of like present instead of telling you how to present well, we tell you how to present if you definitely don't want to make the top 5. How to put together an absolutely horrible application that won't get looked at. So I'm only kidding. No, we actually do. We got 43 applications last year. In the COVID year, a couple years ago, we got 55. So entrepreneurship is alive and well. I appreciate all that you guys are doing. Rick, this is awesome. Rick is a major sponsor of the Biz Challenge, as is Ting. Vicki, thank you, and is Magic. It's just a great event. The grand prize this year will be $10,000 cash and a lot of other things that go along with it. We have a Changemaker Award given to us through United Way for $5,000, and we also have the Audience Choice winner, which is a little over $2,000. So it's a good thing. The applications will open up. It's free to apply. It'll open up on Tuesday and extend through the end of May, with the event itself on August 3rd. So just wanted to let you guys know. If you want to attend, just go to our website, carrollcountychamber.org. And please register.
Carroll Biz Challenge also.
Oh, you can go to Carroll Biz. Yeah, I forgot about that. You can go right there, but you can go to our website or the Biz Challenge, and you can get it's free to come. So, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tracy, the samples are delicious. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hopefully everyone got some.
It was good coffee.
Yes,
And good coffee. Well, yes, and so thank you again to American Ice Company Cafe for the coffee, Jeannie Bird Baking Company for the baked goods, but also Startup Portal, of course, for hosting here, and then, of course, my organization, Magic, who helped as a community sponsor. And if there are there any more updates? I have some Magic updates I can transition to. No? All right.
Magical.
So speaking of $10,000, Magic, I mentioned this last week that we helped us get $10,000 in funding for NurseLink. So Judy Walker, who has presented here, to get her app developed, and that app is going to be developed by Dirigible Systems, Julia. So all that $10,000 is going to stay right here in Carroll as well. So we're really excited about that. And that was through a program with the Maryland Business Innovation Association that Magic's a member of, and we were allowed to sort of sponsor the application for Judith. So that's some of the news that we have. We are also recognizing our newest newest team member to Magic, a gentleman named Robert Jaffe, who came to us, was recommended to us through Carroll County Workforce Development. He's got a really fascinating story, so I highly recommend going to Magic's website, checking out our blog. And I believe Carroll County Times is going to come out and do a story about him as well. Fascinating guy, and he is basically like an adjunct instructor now at Magic, who's going to be teaching our new robotics curriculum as part of the opening of our new robotics center on Main Street. So that's exciting news. And in terms of events, if you go to our calendar on magicinc.org, you'll see we are gearing up for our next round of the Big Data Boot Camp. That's an online course, a lot of asynchronous modules, but you get a certificate at the end of it for Python and Pandas framework. Our hackathon's coming up on February 25th. This is our 6th annual hackathon after we ended up skipping it last year for a variety of reasons, but we're back with it this year. And so if you're interested in volunteering for the hackathon, whether it be a judge or a mentor, it's also not as much of a commitment as it's been. It used to be like a 3-day event. It was like Friday evening, Saturday all day, then Sunday morning. It's just going to be on one day this time. Is it Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
It's on a Saturday. And then we had a great Spire Girls meeting this past month, sponsored by Ting and American Ice Cafe. This is our leadership program for girls in 8th grade and 12th grade. And we will be hosting another one of those, this time at Exploration Commons on March 25th. And of course, we'll talk more about that leading up to it. Gabby, am I missing anything? Is that everything?
I think that's everything.
Okay, so check out our blog to see those stories about Magic and NurseLinks and Bob Jaffe. And check out our events page for our hackathon and Big Data Bootcamp. Anything else? Any other community updates? If not, Tina, you want to send us out?
Sure, absolutely. Hi, I'm Tina with BeKindSign.com, actionforkindness.org, and part of 1 Million Cups Westminster. We're an entrepreneurial community, and we appreciate the fact that we get to help other entrepreneurs who are just trying to figure out what they're doing. Grateful for the presenter, Tracy. We're so excited to be able to plug you in. And if you know of anybody who has a business idea and they're just not sure where to start, but they have a passion for something, plug them into us. It's 1millioncups.com/Westminster. Click apply to present. We'll help you with a presentation if you need it. You don't need to know what you're doing to get help to do what your passion is. Sometimes we have one presenter, sometimes we have two, and next week it could be you. So hopefully we'll see you then. Have a great week, everybody.